All right, today we have a new look. We're going to compare the Storm Fast Pitch to the Motiv Desert Tank. If you like what we do, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe and check us out on Patreon. The comparison of these two balls should be quite interesting to many folks who are looking at slotting something in that quote specialty part of the bag I talk about in the 6-ball arsenal building. And these balls fall in the urethane or urethane-like craze. I tested the Storm Fast Pitch first, and there's no mistaking it. It is urethane. It has that traditional smooth shape. For higher rev bowlers, it certainly did more. But for me, it was roll and then roll, just what you expect from urethane. What I can say is that it seemed to match up quite well once I figured out what to do with it. It's just a little cleaner than the hook at your feet type reaction, but still urethane, and you want to push it into the dry to get it to stop and then roll through the pins. The Motiv Desert Tank was next, and on the same line, guess what? It looked quite the same. Play pretty direct, push it to the friction, and it walks back with that heavy roll. You still want to get it to see some friction. Out of the box, the Desert Tank looks very dusty, even compared to the Fast Pitch. It looks like it has more grit. But we put a few games on it before testing, just to settle down that typical initial look from urethane or urethane-like type stuff. One thing I noticed other reviewers do is throw it straight out of the box. And urethane always goes bananas initially. And that's not a fair way to review urethane, is you literally get only a few shots with that type of reaction. It settles quickly enough, but something to note. Back to the Fast Pitch, as I expected, I really wasn't able to move a whole lot. You can easily lose that slot or look to the pocket with very minor angle or board adjustments. I think it was maybe a couple boards max, and that was it. It had its place, and that's where it should stay. However, with the Desert Tank, it was a completely different story. I moved in, and the Desert Tank rolled back. Okay. I moved in a bit more, still came back. Now, it's not like you can just keep going, at least not with my game. It's still not going to react like reactive resin. And I guess before I continue, yes, I know technically it is a Microcell Polymer and not urethane, but honestly, it doesn't matter. It behaves similarly enough to be compared. The big plus here is that you don't have to find a slim 1 or 2 board slot for that typical urethane look. You can actually get close, and you know you might have the correct ball reaction in your hands because you have some room to adjust. I'm thinking back when I used to throw urethane late in a league night on lighter conditions where there was nothing else, and I remember those times where I stand on a board, get overreaction, move a board, get underreaction, and now I'm trying to figure out angles, all the while wasting frames. And this is where the Desert Tank earns its spot, I think. Because it has a bit more angularity down lane, you can kind of shim a little like you do with reactive. You still have to have a pretty good idea where to be, but not to the pinpoint precise, with that initial guess like you would with, say, a Fast Pitch, Tank Rampage, or any other full urethane piece. At the end of the day, if I was choosing one in my number 6 slot, it's probably not that tough of a call. In one sense, the Desert Tank was pretty much a no-brainer, more versatile piece for my game. If I want the most out of the 6 slot, the Motiv piece is the one. The Fast Pitch is likely to be there if I really wanted just a more direct ball that I can just as easily double as a spare ball without worrying about angularity. But I can flatten my wrist pretty well, so the Motiv Desert Tank has to get the nod here. Alright, thanks for watching, and see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy our videos. A big thank you to Jeff Miller and Ron Hoppy. Don't forget to check out Haley's Pro Shop in Burlington, Washington for world-class drilling and coaching.